Okay, so this is our introduction to getting well naturally. In this class, we have a whole bunch of goals. Usually in the intuition classes, we have 3, 4, 5 goals. In this one, I think we have 10. Okay, so the first goal is to understand the 6 steps to regeneration and health. They're basic steps. If you do those steps, if you take that, you start walking down that journey or that path, you're going to start feeling better. You will probably feel worse before you feel better because rebuilding is like tearing down old stuff and having to shovel that out and then, building something new. But those 6 steps are non-negotiable. Okay. So that's goal number 1. Understand the 6 steps to regeneration and health. Second goal, to understand the tools at your disposal and how and when to use them. If you don't, if you don't feel good during detox procedures, you're not going to want to continue. So that's something that is really important. The detox tools are to not only start the detox, but to finish it and to make you more comfortable while you're going through it. So that's critical. I almost stopped my own detox process, which lasted a year, with Dr. Gonzalez because I was so sick. Oh my gosh. And he said, well, are you using this? Are you doing that? I'm like, oh, is that what that's for? So there's tools, and you'll learn what those tools are and what impact they have on the body. And that helps a whole lot. Okay, so that's goal number 2. Goal number 3 is to be introduced to the new science of what the body is. Now, those of you that have taken Intuition 2 have some idea of what that is. Your plasma body. Okay, but we're just going to touch on that briefly so you understand what you're really dealing with. Okay, so there's new science. Number 4, know how and when to use the various detox procedures. Okay, so when do you do this? Should you do it again? Some people do a parasite cleanse, and then 2 years later they say, "Oh, I'm having a problem." I'm like, when is the last time you did a parasite cleanse? A parasite thing is something you have to do every single year, and in the first year, that's something that you might do like 3 or 4 times in that year. Whoops, hang on a second. I hit my screen here. Hang on, let me set this up differently so I'm not pushing buttons accidentally. Number 5 is to understand the damage done by factory foods and to develop an appreciation for real food. That is critical. There are some things that I know about the factory food system that would just blow your mind. And, I'm kind of careful. I don't want them coming after me saying, you did something that undermined our business. I don't want to get in trouble, but by gosh, I want you to understand what happens to food when it comes out of the factory. Is it really food? Okay, that's number 5. Number 6 is to understand the critical importance of water, salt, and oil. Water supports electrical transmission. You have to, if you're all dried out, you're not going to be a good conductor of electricity. And that's what aging is. It's drying out. So it has to be living water, if at all possible. Salt makes stuff happen. You can be doing a fast and have a little touch of salt, stick your finger in the salt, and all of a sudden you feel 100 times better in the middle of a 3 or 4 or 5 day fast. Why? Because salt moves things. It helps with electrical transmission. So salt is really important. And fat, you have to have fat. We'll talk about that later, but you have to have fat. Your brain needs fat. Your brain is 65 to 75% fat. You know, my dad used to call me fathead, and he was telling the truth here. I don't think he knew what he was saying, but yeah. So goal number 7 is to grasp the priority of operation in amino acids, major minerals, vitamins, and trace minerals. If you're taking trace minerals and vitamins, but you don't have aminos and minerals, then the vitamins and the trace minerals don't really work. You will have to have minerals and you have to have amino acids to be able to use those minerals. So the minerals help build the proteins that are constructed and folded in exactly the way they need to be to function to make you healthy. So that's goal number 7. Aminos first, major minerals, vitamins, traces. Number 8 is to understand the devastating effects of parasites, heavy metals, chronic viruses, and low-grade bacterial infections. Oh, wow. We could probably spend half the weekend on that. But for you to understand, that's what you're fighting. That's what you're dealing with. Not whatever the label is that conventional medicine gives you, although they're really good at getting to, okay, what's the specific problem that's going on here? Those problems all lead back to something else. And it's typically one of these few things. So that's goal number 8. Goal number 9, to think of the body as a set of basic systems trying to renew themselves daily. Every day you have to rebuild. It's like building your house every day. Bones, endocrine system, cardiovascular, reproductive, nerve, organ, muscle. You know, one of the few things about cardiovascular, it's an electrical system. If you don't have the electricity, your cardio is going to go into the toilet. So when we don't think of things that way, we think of it as this whole set of disconnected pieces and parts, and we try to address that one thing, and we don't see the bigger connections, the more basic connections. So that's goal number 9. Your body is a set of basic interactive systems. And the last goal, number 10, is to come to grips with the source of all the major autoimmune diseases. And just a few of those are diabetes, arthritis, cancer, heart disease, obesity, asthma, allergies, Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, osteoporosis, and gut dysbiosis. All of those stem from those few things up there in number 8. So we have an epidemic of problems with little kids whose gut got disturbed, and now they can't talk, or they can't think, or they can't get their brain to work the way it's designed to work. And at the other end of the spectrum, the same thing is happening with the old folks. Dementia, Alzheimer's, Parkinson's. It's the same thing at both ends of the spectrum. What's going on there? It's the gut. So, okay, so those are our goals.